Oh, dude, if I woke up to an email from YouTube telling me that my channel was just demonetized, that'd be it. Pack up your bags, move to a new channel, or better yet, a new platform. Because getting your channel demonetized is probably the worst thing that can happen to a YouTuber. Like, let me put this into perspective for people who aren't YouTubers, who might not know or really understand the consequences of getting your channel demonetized. Because, you know, there's a very obvious consequence, but it actually goes a little deeper than that. So the obvious consequence is that you're not making money anymore. So no advertisements, but that also means no super chats when you're live streaming, no join button, no channel memberships, no way to make money. You can't even embed your merch links directly on your channel. But factor in the other consequence, the less obvious one, the fact that because none of your videos are monetized and are making money, YouTube will not promote them, they won't recommend them because there's no financial incentive for them to do so. So if you get demonetized, you're not hitting recommended anymore, unless there's just so many people watching your channel anyway that they're pushing it just naturally. They're not going out of their way to promote your channel. You're just screwed. You're done. You're finished. So basically what I'm saying is when you get demonetized, that is just the death of your channel. You better make a new one and move all your shit over there because there's just no reason to continue pouring all that effort into a channel that's effectively just a corpse. And it looks like that's what Jaystation's gonna have to do. Oh boy, oh no, no. YouTube confirms demonetization of controversial vlogger Jaystation as he announces indefinite hiatus. Well, let's take a look at this article by 2Filter. It's written by Geoff Wise on February 25th. On Friday, Jaystation, Jason Ether, the YouTuber with 5.5 million subscribers who conceded last month that he'd faked his girlfriend's death in order to drive subscriptions to their joint channel, announced in a 13-minute goodbye video that he was taking an indefinite break from the platform. Wonder why. I really lost who I was as a person in pursuit of success. Yeah, I doubt this one right here. I don't think Jaystation really cares about being honest or being true to his values on YouTube. I think he's just there to make as much money as possible. And hey, if that's what you want to do, go for it. I also share a similar mindset on YouTube. Like, I'm very upfront in the fact that I'm here to make a buck, you know, to build my own little business here, I guess, for lack of a better term. But I also, you know, do have some basic, you know, principles. I'm not just going to be a complete sellout, you know. But making money is a very large reason why I created this channel outside of just I enjoy talking and I enjoy doing these videos. Anyway, the article goes on to say, said the 30-year-old who lives in Toronto. Ether says he now realized the error of his ways, namely using content involving deceased people for attention. He's already said this before though. When he did the Etiquette stunt, he claimed that after Etiquette died, it made him realize how using dead celebrities for views was a bad thing to do. So, what, did he realize this again? Again, this guy's not honest. It's kind of funny how this article is written to kind of, you know, pretend like, whoa, he's really changing or something. He's not. It's a trend he says has subtly been picked up by other channels for which he expresses his regret. I don't know how long I'm gonna take a break for. Could be a week, could be a month, could be a year. Ether's goodbye video was published on February 21st as YouTube confirms to 2Filter that it suspended monetization on Ether's channel roughly 1 week ago. The punishment was not incurred immediately after Ether admitted to faking the death of his girlfriend, fellow creator Alexia Morano, in late January, even amid persistent outrage from observers and a Change.org petition signed by 3,000 people, which really isn't that much for a Change.org petition, asking for Ether to be booted from the platform. Instead, YouTube says the demonetization decision was precipitated by Ether's arrest on February 13 on charges of assault and assault with a weapon. And this is where I start to have a problem with this. So when the whole Jaystation controversy was first beginning, a lot of people were jumping to the outrage, myself included. Matter of fact, I was one of the first people to call out Jaystation for this prank specifically. I was fast. A lot of people afterwards jumped onto this. I mean, regardless of whether I'd done a video or not, they would have jumped onto it anyway. But a lot of people jumped onto this, and then Keemstar got involved, and that's when it all went to shit, as usual. Keemstar basically got involved, and he said, hey, let's get this guy kicked off the platform. And then me, one of the first people who called Jaystation out, was forced to defend Jaystation because, spoiler alert, as much of a shitty person as Jaystation is, not a big fan of deplatforming people just because they are assholes or just because they bring bad press to YouTube. I don't think that should be something that we just open the doors to, that we just allow people who are generally disliked to get kicked off the platform. I mean, we saw how cancel culture worked last year. For a while, And when I say a while, I mean like a week, because a week on the internet is considered a long time. People hated Pro Jared and James Charles. Should we just kick these people off because accusations were presented of these people doing terrible things? No. Both of these people were able to redeem their careers and gain the respect back of the larger audience because people are fickle and change their minds constantly. Now, I'm not saying Jaystation will ever be able to do that. No, because Jaystation is just simply a detestable human being who has no intentions of changing anything he's doing. But remember that he was demonetized based on charges of assault and assault with a weapon. Charges that have not been confirmed. He still has to go to court where they're going to determine whether or not he's innocent or guilty of this. If he's guilty, I suppose it's fair reins to get rid of his channel. I mean, Austin Jones was kicked off YouTube after he was found to be a proven pedophile. So if he's convicted, then I guess kick him off. But while things still have yet to be proven and the court process is still going on, kicking him off the monetization program based off charges seems to be a dangerous precedent to set. Even still, I personally believe that YouTube should not be a moral arbiter of good. You know, YouTube should not be kicking people off based on crimes they commit in the real world. People should face consequences for those crimes by the people that are tasked with handling that, like the local authorities and the court. Whatever they decide, not YouTube. YouTube should not have a stake in this game of, oh, you abused your girlfriend allegedly, so we're just gonna kick you off the platform. I'm not a big fan of Jaystation, to say the least, but kicking him off based on this, I think sets a dangerous precedent, and I don't think we should just blindly be like, yeah, this is a good thing, good job, YouTube, just because we don't like Jaystation. We gotta stay principally consistent here, or at least somewhat, when dealing with this YouTube shit. In explaining its punishment, YouTube cited a policy unveiled in February 2018 in light of the now infamous Logan Paul suicide forest controversy, whereby the platform can take a look at the broader context and impact of a creator's bad behavior, even if it doesn't explicitly violate the platform's community guidelines. YouTube says it employs this policy to take action on a rare basis, but does so to protect its larger ecosystem of creators, viewers, and advertisers. And this policy is something I am by no means a fan of, because that means YouTube can just do whatever they want, and we all know they don't make the best decisions. You know, it's all sunshine and rainbows now that Jaystation's kicked off, but what about a YouTuber that we do like? For example, Count Dankula is a very well-beloved YouTuber who's well known for his Mad Lad series. He was kicked off the monetization program. Now, I do believe he has been added back into the program because he doesn't talk about politics anymore. He talks more about internet stories and stuff like that. But he was a beloved creator that was kicked off the monetization program because of slanderous articles that were written against him. Monkey Jones, he was kicked off for just being edgy. Both of these cases, nobody was a fan of them getting kicked off the monetization program, or in the case of Monkey, YouTube altogether, but it happened because YouTube can do whatever they want. So we can sit here and be like, yeah, I kicked off Jaystation, but what does that mean for the future? This case was a good case, I guess, but it's not always going to be like that. Article goes on to say that he is reportedly due in court on March 16th. They then link his video where he announces he's leaving the platform, and I think that's where I'll leave it off on there. Now, the thing about other creators that are often kicked off the monetization program, like Count Dankula and Monkey, they have such core dedicated audiences that are also older, that these audiences will be perfectly fine donating directly and fan funding these creators to keep them financially stable to aid them in their lack of getting advertisements on YouTube. But Jaystation's audience is all a bunch of children who are not going to have like money unless they're stealing dad's credit card. They're not going to have money to fund Jaystation on his ventures, and they're not going to want to do that anyway. Channels that have audiences that are children, they don't have large Patreon accounts, but channels that have an older audience that are teenagers, young adults, these audiences are more than willing to donate to these creators to help them through getting kicked off the partner program. Jaystation doesn't have that. So I'm wondering what's going to happen to him after his channel's now been turned into a corpse. Perhaps he'll do what he did before and make a new channel and get that one monetized and move all his content to that channel and restart his YouTube journey. But this is a massive loss on his part. A 5 million sub channel that's now basically useless. That's all I got for this video. My name's AugieRFC. Be sure to like the video if you found it informative, subscribe to this channel, and turn on notifications, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, everyone.